Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of me talking while I'm drinking. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Captain Morgan Black. Captain Morgan Black, rethink your life choices. So the commercial, the Taco Bell commercial that I'm sure you've all seen, starting to wind down on every commercial break like it used to be. Starting to slow down a little bit. And ever since it started, people have been leaving comments on YouTube, on the commercial video, and on my original video that Taco Bell saw. And a lot of people don't fully understand how commercials work. So I just wanted to take a sec to explain to them how it works. Last summer, my best friend and I took a road trip, and we drove to California and back. Along the way, we stopped in St. Louis. We saw the Arch. We toured a Budweiser brewery there. That was awesome. Fell in love with the girl that does the tour. Hi, Rachel. Roswell, Grand Canyon. Hiked around the Grand Canyon. Beautiful. Can't wait to go back. We went to Los Angeles. We walked down Hollywood Boulevard. Saw the Hollywood sign, took pictures, drove up the coast from Los Angeles to San Francisco. Didn't get to San Francisco in time to tour Alcatraz like we were hoping to do. Disappointment of the trip. But the California coast was amazing. Salt Lake City. Denver, Arches National Park was somewhere in there. It's all starting to become a blur at this point, the whole trip. Chicago, and back to Queens where Joel lives. We put 7,200 miles on my car in 9 days. It was insane, but it was something that Joel and I have been talking about since we were like 16. Like before we had our driver's licenses, we wanted to do a road trip out of California. And for the longest time, things weren't working out because Joel always had to jump during the summer. And then last summer, he was like, I have vacation time. I said, I have vacation time. I had a new car that was going to be great for making the trip in. So the pieces just fell together that we were going to make this trip. And a buddy of mine told me, he says, you got to try these Dorito tacos in Toledo, Ohio. It's like one of the only places that you can get them. And I said, oh, let's do that. Because checking our little Google Maps, what was going on, turned out we were driving right by Toledo, Ohio. Didn't have to go out of the way at all. So I was like, let's do this thing. So at 1 in the morning, Joel and I stopped in Toledo, Ohio at a Taco Bell and said, do you have Dorito tacos? And they said, yes, we do. And I said, great. We will take those. So we got those. We parked the car. I say, Joel, film this. And he filmed me eating the Dorito tacos for the first time. I put it up online. And put it up online. My friends saw it. My family saw it. Everyone that was following the blogs I'd been writing while we were on the trip saw it. Great. January, I get an email from Taco Bell. They say, Nat, we saw the video on YouTube. We want to talk to you about using your story for our campaign. I say, awesome. Was not expecting that. Fantastic news. So I talked to the guy at Taco Bell. I told him the whole story. Joel and I have been best friends. Wanted to do this road trip. Finally did the road trip. Had a great time. Had the Dorito tacos. Loved them. They say that's great. Don't hear from them for a month. Don't know what's going to happen. Finally get a hold of me again. They want to talk to me about the story again. I told them the whole thing. They say, all right, we haven't decided what we're doing with it yet, but we'll let you know. 2 weeks later, commercials on TV. It's awesome. My name's in it. My name is in a national commercial. That's fantastic. How many people can say that something like that happened to them? Very few. So I watched the commercial, and it's great. It's not accurate. There's 4 of us in the car. That didn't happen. I would not go on a road trip with a girl I don't know any girls in my life that I want to take on a road trip with me. Sorry, girls, but I'd drive us right off a cliff. I really would. So there's four of us in this car. That didn't happen. And it says that we drove 965 miles to get tacos. I don't know where that math comes from. Someone did crunch some numbers and decided that we drove 965 miles for tacos. We drove 7,200 miles round trip, but I didn't drive 900 miles just for tacos. It's fair to say that if someone did drive 900 miles, over 900 miles, for the sole purpose of eating tacos, that would be a crazy person. We can all agree on that. I did not do that. I am not a crazy person. I'm someone who went on a road trip with his best friend, and had a great time and saw so many beautiful things in this country. And I would encourage anyone out there who has 9 days and a reliable vehicle to make the trip, because there's a lot of stuff out there you got to see, people. There's more to life than whatever city that you live in. Go out there, meet people, see things before you die. Live mass, I believe is what I'm getting at. That's what I did, and it was great. A nice bonus to this fantastic road trip that I took is that my name ended up in a national commercial. That's cool. But then I start reading the comments that people leave on both the commercial and my original video that talked about a song. Reading the comments, and wow, you people are so full of hate. It's just amazing how angry you can get over a commercial. So what I've compiled on monitor number 2 over here that you can't see, I've compiled some of the comments that people have written. Both, we're starting with the ones that are on my original video, and then segueing into the Taco Bell commercial video, and also a couple of comments that got left on my Twitter from people who are searching for me, want to talk to me. Who is that guy 1000 posted? Well played, Nat. You're a fucking idiot. Well, that's, and this has gotten several thumbs up from people because it's clever, because he used the line from the commercial in it. And then he follows it up with, you're a fucking idiot. Well, I'm not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not, because, again, I did not drive 900 miles for tacos. Jay Jungo, I don't know why it's so hard to come up with a normal name on YouTube. Jay Jungle writes, you sound like a naggy New York, New Jersey housewife. I don't know exactly what that means. And even if I did understand what it meant, I'd probably still disagree with it. I don't think I sound like a naggy New York, New Jersey housewife. Presumably forever ill, unlikely. Ro, enjoy your carrot puree-esque diarrhea, bro. I did not get diarrhea from the Taco Bell. I'm fully aware of the fact that some people can't handle Taco Bell. It's not for everyone. But Joel and I have acquired iron stomachs over the years from eating Taco Bell and other fast food stuff that allows us to eat Taco Bell and be okay with it afterwards. So, and this is just one of many comments that referenced me having diarrhea. I don't know why. I never thought that my pooping habits or conditions of my poops would end up being national discussion. Not that YouTube comments are a national discussion, but I never really thought that other people would be commenting on my shitting. And, here we are. So no, my shit after having the tacos was fine, which was good, because Joel and I were in the car for a long time. And I hate using public restrooms. Joel can shit anywhere because he spent some time in Africa. So any toilet-based thing is going to be, amazing for him. Whereas I'm very particular about where I shit. Fortunately, I do not have any shitting issues on the trip. Where are we? XJRS315 writes, you are full-on retarded. This kind of goes back into me being a fucking idiot. I'm not retarded or an idiot. I'm just someone that lives life once in a while. Not retarded. PKMNX Gas writes, if you did in fact drive 965 miles for that taco, you are a fuck. If you just happen to be in Toledo, all power to you, because Taco Bell's amazing. I like the fact that he's giving me an ultimatum. I could either be a fuck, or I could be, like, awesome. Could go either way. I happen to be in Toledo, so I guess I'm not a fuck. But it could have gone either way there. Chris Camara writes, fucking stupid for a stupid-ass taco from Taco Bell. I have better ones that I make myself. Nothing special. I enjoy this one because it's not like we can all eat the tacos that he makes. So the fact that he's bringing up the fact that he makes tacos just doesn't have anything to do with anything, but he felt like mentioning it. Gorgia writes, I feel really sorry for you. Don't. I'm fine. Shin Chrono, I apologize. Shin Chrono writes, weren't you a flight attendant for JetBlue, LOL? For those of you who don't understand that, last year, because this is not a topical joke that he made, but last year there was that JetBlue flight attendant who quit by, like, pulling the emergency door before the plane had taken off, and he went down the side, and he was gay, which is fine. I believe that what this guy was going a very roundabout way to say that I'm gay by saying that I used to be a flight attendant for JetBlue. And because we've moved past just being able to be like, oh, you're a faggot. This guy is like, no, let me take a joke from a year ago so people think I'm clever. Here's the guy that I left a comment on the Taco Bell commercial, and I said, I'm Nat Christiana, I approve this commercial, because I was excited. And I had a few people thumb me up. But this guy blew ahead of the comment that Nat Christiana left on the video that had my name in it. Edlitz36 apparently did some research. I'm kind of impressed that he knew this stuff. He wrote, this commercial is full of shit. Here are some facts. Nat Christiana is from Clifton Park, New York, near Albany. He ate the Dorito taco in Toledo, Ohio. He drove 482.5 miles to get there, 965 is the round-trip mileage. That part isn't actually true, because, again, we drove 7,200 miles. He drove with one friend, Joel. That is true. They didn't drive exclusively for the taco, they just happened to stop there on the way. That is true. It was part of a much bigger thing. Not 965 miles total, but 7,200 miles total. Nat is not Hispanic or Pacific Islander as depicted in the commercial. I didn't realize that guy could have gone either way. He looked pretty Hispanic to me. He is a chubby white guy. Nothing against Nat. He's cool, but fuck this commercial. So let's just roll it back a little bit to he's a chubby white guy. I hate the C word being thrown around like that. I am aware of the fact that there's some stuff going on right here. I'm aware of the fact that my likeness and name will never be used for like a running shoe. That's never going to be like, Nat Christiana ran 965 miles. You're never going to see that commercial. I'm okay with that. But chubby, I don't think I'm there yet. I'll get there someday. I have a few years until 30, and someday I will be chubby. But right now, I'm just kind of a large person. There are people smaller than me, and there's people larger than me, and I'm just in the middle, enjoying fast food. But other than that, the guy certainly did his research to figure this whole thing out. So congratulations to you, Edlitz36. I'm not chubby. Edward Lopez 123 writes, and when he came back, he saw a Taco Bell that sold those Locos Tacos right down the street that he lived on, and he said, I am such a dumbass. No, that didn't actually happen. Although my version of the commercial that I wanted Taco Bell to do would end with me finding out that by the time we get back from the journey, they're selling the tacos everywhere. I thought that would be funny and not make me a dumbass. Lanitor5 writes, why is there one girl and three guys? Is she the sex slave or something? Just because a girl hangs out with three guys doesn't make her a sex slave. It just means that she likes to tease a lot of guys. 2 or 3, depending on how she's feeling, or 1 if she's a slut. But this brings us up to the girl in the commercial. Girl in the commercial. I didn't drive with a girl. They just gave you a part in my life story. So because you got an acting job, because it's something that I did, I feel like you owe me a little bit. So if you just want to like hit me up on Facebook or whatever, Nat Christiana, you should know my name by now. So what's up? How you living? XIX Coleman XIX writes, I'm gonna drive 900 miles to punch that Nat punk in the fucking face. Foo. I don't know how you say that. F-U-U-U-U-U. I know it's short for fuck, but I don't know how you say it. So this guy wants to punch me, the punk, in the fucking face. You don't have to do that. It's really not worth getting upset about. Clankner won, because Clankner by itself is already taken. Gas at $4 a gallon, and these assholes are taking road trips to get the shits. So how much will the road trip actually cost after you factor in gas, food, and the Pepto-Bismol to stop you fellas up? That's what you wrote. Not to mention the weed that was purchased so they could entertain themselves by playing grab-ass with each other in the car. Where do I begin with that one? Yes, gas was expensive, but it was all part of a road trip, and we factored into account that, yeah, we'd be spending money on gas. We were putting more gas in the car several times a day. That was part of what was going on. As with Pepto-Bismol, didn't take any on the trip. Again, iron stomachs, good. Weed. I don't smoke weed. I never have. People assume that if you get your name in a Taco Bell commercial, you must smoke weed. It doesn't actually work like that. It's just, I've never smoked weed, and people assume that I must have been stoned the whole time to make the trip, but I wasn't. I was very sober. We really weren't doing any drinking that much because we had to be driving all the time. Like, we stopped and we had like a couple beers when we were at the Grand Canyon because we were staying there the night. Any time in a hotel room when we were staying the night, we'd have like a couple before went to bed, but it wasn't really like a drinking trip. It was a road trip, and we were the guys with the New York plates, so we didn't want to do anything to get ourselves in trouble because we were a long way from home, and we knew that the cops would be gunning for the New York plates anywhere. And then as we're playing grab ass, again, there was no actual girl on the trip, so there was no grab ass. I imagine that if we did have a girl with us, yeah. So, which kind of brings us into this Twitter comment that I got yesterday from @Fisher Aaron. He wrote, so if you drove over 900 miles for a taco, how far would you drive to get some pussy? I didn't drive that far for tacos. I would drive that far for pussy, assuming it was good pussy. I mean, you have to like give me a name and tell me who I'm driving for. But ordinarily, I didn't drive that far for a taco, so the question's kind of moot. And then I believe this is his brother, because one is Aaron Fisher, and one is Zach Fisher. Although he goes by the name Zach Daddy 1015. 900 miles. Your carbon footprint is huge, sir. Nice, sir. All for a shitty taco. You are a bad person. I don't think I'm a bad person. But, no, the internet is entitled to their opinions. So there are the facts, and there's what a lot of you people have been writing about me. And I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny that people seem to be upset about the whole thing. I'm not upset about it. It amazes me that there'd be people out there that get so upset by a commercial. I keep seeing the Dairy Queen commercial where the guy clones himself, and I wonder if people like go onto Dairy. I should have looked, but do people go onto Dairy Queen YouTube commercial and are like, "This is bullshit. People can't clone themselves." And if they would they be so fucking stupid that they do it to get Dairy Queen? These fucking assholes. Like, I have no idea, like, if people will get upset by the cloning Dairy Queen commercial. I have no idea. I just know that Like, I think it's cool that my name is in national commercial. It really didn't change my life in any significant way. You know, I'm still me. I still have the same friends I always had who also think that the commercial is really cool and don't just walk around calling me a faggot and a retard all the time because of what I did. So, uh, thank you for the people who have been writing nice comments, because they haven't all been negative. Some people will write nice comments, uh, and I've replied to a couple of them, but not that many. I should have replied to every nice comment that I got, because it wouldn't have been that hard to keep on top of. Uh, and to you people who write hateful things, I do, in a way, find it entertaining. I feel like there's more to you than the comments that you write on YouTube. Just like I know there's more to me than the fact that I like Taco Bell. When I die, they're not going to put on my tombstone, Nat Christiana drove 965 miles for tacos, because my life is going to be more than this one thing. It might be the only way that you know me, but my life is going to be more. Uh, and I would hope that when you die, they don't put on your tombstone like whatever YouTube comment you wrote that got the most thumbs up, and because that like defines you, like, oh yeah, I had a YouTube comment that got 215 thumbs up, so we're putting that on the tombstone, because I was pretty excited about that. I called Justin Bieber a fag, and people agreed with me. How do I do it? Uh, so, uh, yeah, I think that's it. This is the longest video that I've ever done. But I had a lot of stuff to read right here. I'm still looking over at it every now and then to just be like, oh yeah, something like that. But let me talk to you guys. Yeah, uh, I find it somewhat amusing. I don't let it get to me, because I know that a lot of the stuff is based on people thinking that I did something that I didn't do. I didn't really drive 965 miles for tacos, so anyone who gets upset about that, I don't let it faze me. So yeah, so this is me. I'm Nat Christiana. I am a real person. Sorry that you got upset by a Taco Bell commercial. Uh, there will be more to life than the hate that you feel, I hope. Uh, yeah, let's wrap this up before I hit 23 minutes. It was a good night though. Glad to say all of that. Later, everyone.